The free version of DoX is sufficient for commercial document circulation and project management. However, it comes with some limitations. For example, it only runs on a shared server and does not support more advanced features, such as conditional process control or custom system modifications. In this video, I'll explain what conditional control is and how it can be used. In the free version of DoX, processes flow linearly. They can move forward or back to previous activities. We call this the standard or landscape flow. Conditional control is a system feature that allows processes to follow different paths depending on whether certain conditions are met. This makes processes flexible. They can behave differently depending on the user's decisions, the data entered in the form, or other criteria. Creating forms in a conditional process is almost identical to creating them in standard mode. If you're not yet familiar with how to create a form and add fields, I recommend watching the Creating a Process in the Creator video. To build the conditional process, we'll use the holiday request process, which was created from a ready-made template. In the Pro Business version of the system, we have the option to switch to conditional mode. The previously created activities will be displayed as separate, unconnected tiles. You'll also see two flags that mark the start and end of the process. The first step is to add default flows. Each activity should have one default flow emerging from it. In the panel on the right, select the connection tile and add the first connection. Connect the start flag to the first activity of the process. Next, connect the subsequent activities in the same way until you reach the end flag. For each connection, specify the executor for the activity at the end of the connection. This can be either a group of users or the last participant. Let's stay with group. In the next field, select the appropriate groups. If you haven't added the necessary groups yet, you can do so from here by clicking the Manage Groups button. By checking the checkbox, the user will choose a person from the list. This means that when forwarding the task, the assignee will have to select someone from the specified group. If the checkbox is not selected, the task will be sent to all users in the group and will proceed once the first person completes it. Save the connection, then add another one. As you can see, the process layout looks similar to how it appears in standard mode. Now we're ready to implement conditional flows. To do this, we need a field key or an extension key that will determine these flows. Some fields, like text, text area, number, amount, or float number, as well as two plugins, dictionary and selection list, have a field key or extension key property. This must be specified if you want the field or extension to serve as a criterion for flow conditioning. You can enter any name here as long as it is unique within the process. Let's add a replacement field to the holiday request form. Let's label this field Replacement. It will be a selection list. We'll also set its extension key to Replacement. This selection list will have two items, Yes and No. Let's save it. This field will be used to condition the flow from the holiday request form to the replacement. Now, let's add this connection. In the Start field, select your holiday request form. The connection will end at the replacement. The task can be assigned to any user, so let's select the All Users group. We'll also specify that the user must choose a person from the list. In the Condition Type field, select Variable. Then, add the field key and choose an operator. You can select Equal or Different, which are useful for text and numeric fields, or operators like greater than or equal to, less than, and less than or equal to, which work well for number, amount, or floating point fields. In our case, we'll use the equal operator. Next, type Yes in the Value field. Save the connection. Now, let's add an option for the replacement user to reject the request. At this activity, There's already a selection list field asking whether you will replace the person requesting leave. Let's now add an extension key to this field. Let's check what options are available in this selection list. Then save and close the window. Next, we'll add another connection, this time between the replacement and the holiday request form. Anyone can be the executor, but the user will select a person from the list. This will be a variable condition type. The field key is decision, and the value is equal to no. Now, let's add one more connection from the replacement to acceptance. This will be the default flow, and the group will be managers. The user will select a person from the list. A flow created this way will behave as follows. When the user selects no in the decision field at the replacement activity, the process will return to the holiday request form. In all other cases, the process will continue to the acceptance. Finally, the process map may look like this. Once the process is ready, let's publish it. Click Next, then Publish. From now on, this new conditional process definition will apply to all new requests.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us in the next episode.